Chapter 1, Nature and Significance of Management, Question Answers from Class 12, Subject Business Studies, Part 1. Very short answer type. Question 1, What is meant by management? Answer, Management is defined as the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling an organization's operations in order to achieve coordination of the human and material resources essential in the effective and efficient attainment of objectives. Question 2. Name any two important characteristics of management. Answer. Two important characteristics of management are: first, pervasive. The activities involved in managing an enterprise are common to all organizations, whether economic, social, or political. A petrol pump needs to be managed as much as a hospital or a school. What managers do in India, the USA, Germany, or Japan do the same. How they do it may be quite different. This difference is due to the differences in culture, tradition, and history. Second, continuous. The process of management is a series of continuous, composite, but separate functions, that is, planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling. These functions are simultaneously performed by all managers all the time. You may have observed that FabMart performs several different tasks in a single day. Some days it spends more time in planning a future exhibition, and on another day it may spend time in sorting out an employee's problem. The task of a manager consists of an ongoing series of functions. Question 3. Identify and state the force that binds all the other functions of management. Answer. Coordination is the force that binds all the other functions of management. Coordination is the process of achieving unity of action among interdependent activities and departments of an organization. In other words, process of synchronizing the activities of different departments. Question 4. List any two indicators of growth of an organization. Answer. Two indicators of growth of an organization area. First, organization is growing when the company is earning profit, which increases continuously, then it is considered as growing organization. Second, when there is an increase in the sale volume and capital investment. Question 5. Indian Railways has launched a new board gauge solar power train, which is going to be a path breaking leap towards making trains greener and more environment friendly. The solar power DEMU, that is diesel electric multiple unit, has 6 trailer coaches and is expected to save about 21,000 liters of diesel and ensure a cost saving of rupees 12 lakh per year. Name the objectives of management achieved by Indian Railways in the above case. Answer. Social objective. The Indian Railway achieves social objective for the benefit of society and uses environmental friendly method. Next, short answer type. Question 1. Ritu is the manager of the northern division of a large corporate house. At what level does she work in the organization? What are her basic functions? Answer. Ritu, being the manager of the northern division of the organization, is in the middle level management. She and other managers like her act as a link between the top management and the operational management. Her main task is to oversee the implementation of the plans and policies formulated by the top management by directing and supervising the functions of the lower management. Top management, middle management, operational management. The following are her basic functions: interpreting the policies formulated by the top management to make sure that each department under her division has the required personnel and staff for carrying out the assigned work, to assign the necessary duties and responsibilities to the persons working in various departments, to encourage and motivate personnel towards achieving the goals, cooperate with other departments for smooth functioning of the organization. Question 2. State the basic features of management as a profession. Answer. The following are the basic features according to which management can be viewed as a profession. First, systemized knowledge. Management is based on a systemized and well defined body of knowledge comprising of principles and theories. This knowledge can be attained through various colleges, institutes, and books. Next, professional association. As every profession, management is also affiliated to a professional association that regulates the functions of the members. For example, in India, the AIMA, All India Management Association, regulates the functioning of its member managers. However, there is no compulsion for every manager to be member of the association. Next, restriction to entry. Although no specific qualifications or degrees are required to be a manager, however, professional knowledge in terms of management, degrees, and diplomas are preferred. To some extent, this restricts the entry of people in management as profession. Next, code of conduct. Every profession follows a particular code of conduct that acts as a guiding principle for the ethical behavior of its members. Through good management, the production takes place in an effective and efficient manner, and quality goods and services are provided to the society at a fair price. Question 3. Why is management considered to be a multidimensional concept? Answer. Management is a complex activity that has three main dimensions. These are: first, management of work. All organizations exist for the performance of some work. In a factory, a product is manufactured. In a garment store, a customer's need is satisfied. And in a hospital, a patient is treated. Management translates this work in terms of goals to be achieved and assigns the means to achieve it. This is done in terms of problems to be solved, decisions to be made, plans to be established, budgets to be prepared, responsibilities to be assigned, and authority to be delegated. Next, management of people. Human resources or people are an organization's greatest asset. Despite all developments in technology, getting work done through people is still a major task for the manager. Managing people has two dimensions. A. It implies dealing with employees as individuals with diverse needs and behavior. B. It also means dealing with individuals as a group of people. The task of management is to make people work towards achieving the organization's goals by making their strengths effective and their weaknesses irrelevant. Third, management of operations. No matter what the organization has, some basic products or service to provide in order to survive. This requires a production process which entails the flow of input material and the technology for transforming this input into the desired output for consumption. This is interlinked with both the management of work and the management of people. Question 4. Company X is facing a lot of problems these days. It manufactures white goods like washing machines, microwave ovens, refrigerators, and air conditioners. The company's margins are under pressure and the profits and market share are declining. The production department blames marketing for not meeting sales targets, and marketing blames production department for producing goods which are not of good quality meeting customers' expectations. The finance department blames both production and marketing for declining return on investment and bad marketing. State the quality of management that the company is lacking. What quality of management do you think the company is lacking? Explain briefly. What steps should the company management take to bring the company back on track? Answer. The quality that the company is lacking was coordination. The manager is able to execute all the functions, but he is unable to coordinate these functions, and coordination is not a mere function of manager, but it is an essence of management. Steps that the company have to take are: integrate the efforts of individuals and department, reconcile differences in approach of different individuals, create balance between all the departments as they are interdependent, harmonize individual goal with organizational goal. Question 5. Coordination is the essence of management. Do you agree? Give reasons. Answer. Yes. Coordination is indeed the essence of management. By coordination, we mean a path through which the group functions are linked up. It binds the people of the organization and their activities to ensure a smooth functioning of the work. It is that force which unites the working and efforts of the people of the organization towards the common objective of the organization. Coordination links the interrelated functions of management. It is found at every level of management. It begins right from the stage of planning, where goals and objectives are set for the organization. Coordination is then required between the stage of planning and staffing so that right kind of people are hired for the execution of the plan. Next, the functions of the directing and controlling must also be coordinated with each other so as to realize the achievement of desired goals. The following points highlight the importance of coordination in management. First, harmonized goals. In any organization, growth is one of important goals. With growth of the organization, its size increases and the number of personnel also increases. However, greater number of persons means more differences in thoughts and work habits that may lead to disharmony among people. Also, every individual will have his/her personal goals which may create hindrance in achieving the organizational goals. So, coordination is important so as to synchronize the personal and the overall goals in one direction. Next, allotted work. Each task requires specialization to give the requisite results. For this, every overall goals in one direction. Organization hires expert for different tasks. Every specialist approaches the task in his own unique manner and is generally reluctant to take up any advice or suggestion from others. This may lead to diversion or conflict among various specialists in the organization. Thus, coordination is required from an outside body, such as the manager, so as to integrate their opinions and thoughts. Next, interdependence of divisions. An organization has various departments and sub-departments such as production, sales, finance, etc. Every department works independently and with its own policies and objectives. For example, the sales department may want greater monetary incentives for its employees, but the finance department may not approve of such incentives as it may lead to increase in the cost of the organization. In this case, there arises a conflict between the two departments. Thus, here also, coordination is needed to synchronize the activities of each department towards the achievement of common goals of the organization. Hence, we see that coordination is intrinsic and imperative for management. It is the essence of management. Question 6. Ashita and Lakshita are employees working in Dazzling Enterprises dealing in costume jewelry. The firm secured an urgent order for 1000 bracelets that were to be delivered within 4 days. They were assigned the responsibility of producing 500 bracelets, each at a cost of rupees 100 per bracelet. Ashita was able to produce the required number within the stipulated time at the cost of rupees 55,000, whereas Lakshita was able to produce only 450 units at a cost of rupees 90 per unit. State whether Ashita and Lakshita are efficient and effective. Give reasons to justify your answer. Answer. Here Ashita works effectively as she completes the task in a given period of time, but she is not efficient as she spends rupees 5000 more, whereas she should spend rupees 50,000 on production. In other words, she spent rupees 110 on production of one bracelet instead of rupees 100. So, Ashita is effective but not efficient. And Lakshita produces 450 bracelets at the cost of rupees 90 per bracelet. Here, Lakshita is efficient because she saves rupees 10 on each unit of bracelets. She reduces the cost of production, which leads to making more profit. But she is not effective as she is not able to produce the required number of bracelets in a given period of time, which leads to delay in delivery of the bracelet. So, Lakshita is efficient but not effective. Next, long answer type. Question 1. Management is considered to be both an art and science. Explain. Answer. Management fulfills the criteria of both an art as well as a science. The following points explain the features of management as an art and as a science. First, management as an art. Art is the skillful and personal applications of existing knowledge to achieve desired results. It can be acquired through study, observation, and experience. Since art is concerned with personal application of knowledge, some kind of ingenuity and creativity is required to practice the basic principles learned. Next, management satisfies the following criteria for it to be called an art. First, existence of theoretical knowledge. Art presupposes the existence of certain theoretical knowledge. Experts in their respective areas have derived certain basic principles which are applicable to a particular form of art. Various theories and principles have been developed in management. For example, Taylor's scientific management theory. Next, personalized application. The use of this basic knowledge varies from individual to individual. Art, therefore, is a very personalized concept. Example, two dancers, two speakers, two actors, or two writers will always differ in demonstrating their art. Next, based on practice and creativity, all art is practical. Art involves the creative practice of existing theoretical knowledge. We know that all music is based on 7 basic notes. However, what makes the composition of a musician unique or different is his use of these notes in a creative manner that is entirely his own interpretation. Management as a science. Science is a systematized body of knowledge that explains certain general truths or the operation of general laws. As a science, management fulfills the following criteria. First, systematic body of knowledge. Its principle is based on a cause and effect relationship. Example, the phenomenon of an apple falling from a tree towards the ground is explained by the law of gravity. Second, principles based on experimentation. Scientific principles are first developed through observation and then tested through repeated experimentation under controlled conditions. Next, universal validity. In science, the principles have universal validity. In management also, the theories and principles are valid to some extent if not universal. Although the application of the theories and their outcomes vary from situation to situation, however, they act as standards for actions in different situations. That is, these principles can be used for the basic training of the managers. Question 2. Do you think management has the characteristics of a full-fledged profession? Answer. Although management does not satisfy all the criteria of a profession, however, it does possesses some of the characteristics that qualify it to be a profession. The following are the characteristics of management as a profession. First, well-defined body of knowledge. Management has a systemized and well-defined body of knowledge. It is based on several theories and principles that are developed over years with continuous experimentation and observation. The knowledge of management can be attained through various colleges, institutes, and books. Management as a course is offered by many colleges and professional institutes. Example, in India, the Indian Institute of Management IIM is the premier institute of management. Next, restriction to entry. Management satisfies this criterion only to some extent. As against other professions such as a doctor or a lawyer, no specific qualification or degree are required to be a manager. That is, any person holding any degree or qualification can be a manager. However, the entry is restricted as persons with professional management degree or diploma are preferred. Next, professional association. A professional has to be a member or should be associated with a statutory body which is responsible for stating the laws and authorities of that profession. Management is affiliated to a professional association that regulates the functions of the members. In India, the AIMA, All India Management Association, is an association for the managers, but it is not requisite for managers to be a part of them. Next, motive. The basic purpose of management is to help the organization achieve its stated goal. This may be profit maximization for a business enterprise and service for a hospital. However, profit maximization as the objective of management does not hold true and is fast changing. Therefore, if an organization has a good management team that is efficient and effective, It automatically serves society by providing good quality products at reasonable price. Thus, it can be said that to some extent, management satisfies the criteria for it to be called a profession. Question 3. A successful enterprise has to achieve its goals effectively and efficiently. Explain. Answer. Management is defined as a process of getting the work or the task done that is required for achieving the goals of an organization in an efficient and effective manner. Here, the two key words efficient and effective play an important role. Effectiveness means completing the given work in the required time. In other words, it means doing the right things with focus on the end result. It helps in reaching the set goals. Efficiency means completing the task with minimum cost and optimum utilization of resources. It involves cost benefit analysis. It focuses on achieving more benefits by using less resources. Example: suppose a company's target production is 5,000 units in a year. To achieve this target, the manager has to operate on double shifts due to power failure. The manager is able to produce 5,000 units but at a higher production cost. In this case, the manager was effective but not efficient, since for the same output, more inputs, that is, labor's cost, electricity cost, were used. This is a case of being effective but not efficient, since the goods did not reach the market. For an organization, both play an equally important role in achieving the goals. Being effective means achieving the goal; on the other hand, being efficient would reduce the cost, therefore increases profit. However, often an organization has to compromise on one while achieving the other. That is, if the company focuses on effectiveness, it may have to compromise on efficiency and vice versa. For example, suppose to complete a given task of production, manager decides to hire more number of workers. This would mean that he will have to give more salary, which in turn increase the total cost of production. In this case, the manager may complete the allotted task in time, but the task would lack efficiency. On the other hand, if the manager continues to work with the available workers so as not to increase the cost, then this would result in the delay of the project. That is, in this case, the manager compromises on effectiveness while achieving efficiency. Hence, it is necessary to maintain a balance between effectiveness and efficiency. Undue emphasis on one without the other is of no good for the organization. Question 4. Management is a series of continuous interrelated functions. Comment. Answer. Management is defined as the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling an organization's operations in order to achieve coordination of the human and material resources essential in the effective and efficient attainment of objectives. Planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling are the five basic functions of management that the manager has to perform simultaneously. In addition to this, these functions are interrelated and each one is a function of the other. That is, no function can be complete without the other ones. For example, until planning is not done, organizing cannot take place. Similarly, until right kind of staffing is not there, direction would not be successful. A detailed explanation of the functions of management is as follows. First, planning. Planning implies deciding what work is to be done, who is to do it, and how it is to be done. That is, it implies the setting up of goals to be achieved and devising the means for achieving them effectively and efficiently. Second, organizing. Once the plan is designed, the next step is organizing. Organizing implies identifying what tasks and resources are required for the execution of the plan. Under organizing, the duties and tasks are grouped and allotted to different departments. Authority is defined and a hierarchical structure is established in the organization. Third, staffing. Any organization requires specialized personnel for the accomplishment of the task. Staffing implies hiring the right kind of people with the required qualification for the work. Staffing is also known human resource function and includes hiring, training and development of the people. Fourth, directing. Directing is a very important function of a manager. It deals with guiding and steering the people working in the office. It includes motivating them in the right direction so that they can put in their best to achieve the goals. Fifth, controlling. Once the above functions are done, it is necessary to control and check that the work is moving in the right direction. It involves measuring the actual work against the set standards and the policies. It also ensures that the work is up to the mark and there is no diversion or error from the set targets. Question 5. A company wants to modify its existing product in the market due to decreasing sales. You can imagine any product about which you are familiar. What decisions, steps should each level of management take to give effect to this decision? Answer. There are three levels of management: top level, middle level, and lower level. And all the three levels of management will have to work together for modification of the product with the motive of increasing sales. First, decisions should be taken by top level of management are: first, direction of modification after scanning the environment; second, deciding sales targets and various sales plans and sales incentives; third, to determine how to enhance the value of the product in qualitative terms. Next, marketing and promotional techniques are required for increasing sales. Second, steps should be taken by middle level management are: to interpret the rules and policies framed by top management to the low level management. Next, to hire the personnel with required skills and qualifications. Next, assigning responsibility as per capability and establishing the supervisor subordinate relationship. Next, to motivate the people to achieve the desired target or goals. Next, to cooperate with all departments and their members. Next, to take the feedback and arrange the follow up meetings. Third, decisions should be taken by lower level management are: to help and direct the workers about how to do the work. Next, to interpret the desired targets to the workforce and laborers. Next, to reduce the wastage and motivate the workers so that they can give their best. Next, to communicate the grievance and feedback to the middle management. Next, maintaining safety standards. Question 6. A firm plans in advance and has a sound organization structure with efficient supervisory staff and control system. But on several occasions it finds that plans are not being adhered to. It leads to confusion and duplication of work. Advice: remedy. Answer: in the above case, the problem is in coordination and in communication of the work schedule. Because the duplication of work occurs due to lack of coordination between the levels of management, and also there is a problem of communication because the confusion occurs due to lack of communication. Remedies to be taken are following: plans and control systems should be coordinated. Organization should follow a proper communication pattern with clear instructions. Proper coordination should be made among the workers by motivating and guiding the workers to achieve the goals. Feedback should be taken by the manager from bottom level at required intervals. There should be transparency in the working pattern. Friends, we have completed all the question answers from the chapter. If you find the video useful, kindly like it and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.